So I saw this video and it had me upset for more than one reason. But one of the main reasons why it got me upset is that it reminded me why good people don't go into politics. Because if you are to win in politics, you have to pander to the lowest common denominator and tell people what they want to hear, not what they ought to hear. Example this.
They're waiting for we to riot. Rowley must go. Price of flour too high, rice too high, sugar too high, everything high. He want to raise gas brand. Then taxis complaining, everybody complaining. And you know what Rowley doing? Blaming Kamala. No, Rowley must.
While what she's saying there has truth to it, everything is going up: flour, sugar, rice, gas, the cost of living. Everything there she said is true. But what is not true is the fact that Rowley must go because of that. This is one time that you have to say the government has no control over why food prices are rising. Now, the right thing to do would be to educate your supporters and let them know why the food prices are rising, what is going on in the globe. But that is the right thing to do, and this is politics. So the opposition leader will rather sit down there and egg supporters along like, yes, the government has failed you, and the government is the reason why food price, as if the government sat down one day and said, you know what? Let me raise food price tomorrow. Yeah, let me make them suffer. I can give you at least 20 reasons right now why the government should lose the next general election. None of them have to do with food prices. None of them have to do with gas prices. You all just protest for the wrong things, you know. You all just sit down and suck salt for shit that you all should protest for. And then get up and look stupid for shit you all should stay quiet about. Let me educate some people, because like you all only have internet to watch porn and to watch Netflix. The world, not just Trinidad and Tobago, the entire world had to deal with COVID-19. They shut down there was no country left out of the grasp of COVID-19. And while the world shipping supply chains and manufacturing chains and everything else had to be dealing with COVID-19, the world was dealt another blow because a ship captain got his massive ship stuck in the Suez Canal. This caused a backlog of ships in the ocean that couldn't pass through the Suez Canal. The price of ship a container went up dramatically during this period, on top of how it went up during the COVID-19 pandemic. So we was dealing with that issue, then this issue, and just when we thought we would get a break, there's now a war in Ukraine, which is not only threatening the world's economy as a whole, it's also threatening to put us into a third world war. Gas prices are going up, oil prices are going up, food prices are going up. Not only in TNT, because I know some people love to believe TNT exists in a vacuum, and things only happen in TNT. They walk around the place only in TNT. Not only in TNT, worldwide. Right now in the USA, yes, the mighty USA with all the money in the world, they just print their own money. They themselves can't even stabilize gas prices right now. And the thing about it is, it's a widely held view that the USA is immune from inflation, from printing large sums of money, because the US dollar is the world reserve currency. So that kind of helps them. And yet still, they are now experiencing rising fuel and food costs, pushes US inflation to 7.9%. But this is what people say, why don't you become an activist? You have good ideas. No, I will fail as an activist and I will fail as a politician. Because in order to be a proper activist or a proper politician, I have to come on here and tell you all what you all want to hear. Yes, Rowley bad. He raised the food prices. The government must go in the morning. And in my mind, I say to myself, these stupid people, they don't watch TV, they don't watch news, they ain't see what's going on in Ukraine right now. And you know, you'll have the ones who will say the government failed because it didn't diversify the economy. We should have been growing our own food. Okay, what's stopping you from growing your own food? What's stopping you as a person? You see, when they call them on their bluff, they get upset. At the end of the day, many of us aren't built to be farmers. We just ain't built like that. The oil and gas has spoiled us. So we like to talk about why the government didn't do this, why the government didn't do that. But who taking the first step? Go under any comment section where people are saying, we need to start growing our own food, and ask them, what are you growing in your backyard? I bet you 9 out of 10 times they ain't growing nothing. Not even a tomato plant. At the end of the day, the government has one way to lower food prices right now: subsidize it or take off the cost of importation. Either way, the country going to lose money. Subsidizing or losing tax revenue from the importation of it. That is not the answer.